Learning Tagalog language by Wikipedia World. This time we're going to discuss the last class for the marked nouns, which is personal nouns. The ang, nang, and sa forms of the personal noun markers are respectively si, ni, and kai. For example, we have here, ipinakilala ni George kay Jose si Maria. Ipinakilala ni George kay Jose si Maria. George introduced Maria to Jose. Personal nouns designate particular human being or pet animals. All nouns that serve as personal nouns may also serve as unmarked nouns. These unmarked nouns represent names cited as names. Rosa ang paborito kong pangalan. Rosa ang paborito kong pangalan. My favorite name is Rosa. Opposed to, my favorite classmate is Rosa for si Rosa ang paborito kong kaklase. Si Rosa ang paborito kong kaklase, my favorite classmate is Rosa. In predicate position, the personal noun marker si may be replaced before a personal noun by its non-personal counterpart ang. When the replacement occurs, the resultant ang plus personal noun construction has the meaning the one named. For example, we have ang Rosa ang kapatid niya. Ang Rosa ang kapatid niya. His sister is the one named Rosa. This replacement is found only in predicate position. There is, for example, no for ang kapatid niya ang Rosa, and no similar replacement of ni by nang or kai by sa is possible. There are two small groups of unmarked nouns that may optionally be used as personal nouns. The first of these is a group of nouns that designate relatives older or of an older generation than the speaker: ate, eldest sister; kuya, eldest brother; ina or nanay, which is for mother; ama or tatay, father; tiya for aunt; tiyo for uncle; lola, grandmother; lolo, grandfather. There is some similarity between the Tagalog practice of using nouns that designate relatives as personal nouns and the English practice of using such nouns as proper nouns: mother, father, and so on. But while in English there is a consistent difference in meaning between the common and the proper noun. For example, mother is usually one's own parent, the mother never is. In Tagalog, the referent of the noun may be exactly the same when it is used as an unmarked noun as when it is used as a personal noun. Thus, ang nanay and si nanay may both mean mother and refer to one's own parent. Ang nanay may however also mean the mother, a meaning that is si nanay does not have. The second group of unmarked nouns that may be used as personal nouns is a small group of nouns designating occupations. For example, abogado, abogado for lawyer; alcalde, mayor; kapitan, captain; doctor, doctor; presidente, president; profesor, which is for professor; sargento, which is for sergeant. These unmarked nouns frequently occur as titles, followed by family names, in which case the title and the name function as a unitary personal noun. For example, si abogado Cruz, lawyer Cruz; si kapitan Santos, Captain Santos. The use of the title alone as a personal noun which derives from deletion of this name after the title has no close parallels in spoken English, although one may occasionally hear a nurse say, "Dr. Will second you now." Written English, however, uses a capitalized title following the in some of the same contexts as those in which Tagalog personalized the title. Some examples of the use of a personal nouns of nouns that designate relatives and professions are, we have here, binigyan ni tatay ng regalo para kay lolo at lola. Binigyan ng tatay ng regalo para sa lolo ang lola. Father gave grandmother a present for grandfather. Ipinakilala ni Kapitan kay Alkalde si Propesor. Ipinakilala ni Kapitan kay Alkalde si Propesor. The captain introduced the professor to the mayor. Ipinakilala ng kapitan sa alkalde ang propesor. Ipinakilala ng kapitan sa alkalde ang propesor. The captain introduced the professor to the mayor. In addition to titles that designate occupations, there are titles that designate sex and marital status, which, as in English, normally precede families' names. In contemporary Manila Tagalog, loan words from English like Mr., Mrs., and Miss are frequently used. There are, however, native Tagalog equivalents, for example, Ginoong for Mr., Ginang for Mrs., and Binibini for Miss. Thus, for example, we have here, ito si Mr. or Ginoong Reyes. This is Mr. Reyes. Ito si Mrs. or Ginang Reyes. This is Mrs. Reyes. Ito si Miss or Binibining Reyes. This is Miss Reyes. There are also certain titles of respect used before the first names of older or prominent people. For men like Don, Mang, and for women we have the Doña and Ali. Thus, si Don or si Mang Juan, si Doña or si Aling Luisa. There is one important exception to the rule that personal nouns are always preceded by a marker. When a personal noun is used in direct address, it is unmarked. For example, magandang umaga, Juan. Magandang umaga, Juan. Good morning, Juan. So thank you for listening, Etopedia World.